Hey everyone, welcome to the third annual Easy Way Awards Golden Gala Tap Interviews Behind the Scenes show. I'm here today with the winner of Affiliate of the Year, Mr. Tony Taylor. Tony, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. Wow, so happy. And thank you so much, Matt. We had a lot of going back and forth, but I'm glad that we finally we're together now, and it worked out through the trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
And thank you, Eric Dooley. Thank you. Woo!
Yes, absolutely. And can you tell us, how does it feel to win Affiliate of the Year?
It's amazing. It's so encouraging, and it's so refreshing and such a joy. Um, I'm not new at this, and I'm new with the new title Affiliate of the Year, but I'm not new in terms of winning awards, because I have won several awards throughout the years, nationally and internationally. And so when Eric had nominated me for this, actually, to be honest with you, I was nominated 2 times, but then they didn't realize that I was nominated twice. I was nominated also for Rising Star of the Year, as well as for Affiliate of the Year. And so as we was going through the process, I was like, wait a minute, I got 2 nominations. And then they brought it to my attention. Oh no, you're only supposed to have 1. and so what I did was I had to make a decision. I'm like, now which one should I go for, since I can only do 1? So then I prayed about it. And I was like, because there was other people that I had nominated, after Eric brought me in to be on staff with the inner circle to make decisions and appoint nominees and so forth. So then I had already rendered out the nominations for Rising Star for like 3 or 4 people. I was like, no, I can't put myself in that same category. So I said, Eric, I'm gonna do, and I let James know, I'm gonna do, instead of Rising Star, I'm gonna do, I want to do Affiliate of the Year. And I'm so glad I did.
Absolutely. Congratulations for winning. Now I just want to give you the screen, and I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, okay?
Okay, sure. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that I do. As everybody, for those that have been watching me throughout the years, since I've been on social media, since I've been in the entertainment industry, and doing so many things around the world, traveling. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that I do, but for the people that don't know, as far as me being maybe a new face or somebody that don't know me, I am Tony Taylor from New York City. I was born and raised here in New York City, and actually, I was previously a United States Postal Service worker. I was working for the government over 32 years. And so before that, I was doing some other previous jobs. But as of last April, I retired from the United States Postal Service. And but during the time as I was doing my career, back in my early years, I always wanted to be an actor. I always saw myself wanted to be an actor, wanted to be on television and do various things. And so I pursued that. I pursued my career, my dreams, I should say. When I was about 17 years old, I said, let me go for this acting thing. Now, I didn't have people in my family. I didn't have people, friends or anybody to encourage me to go in this direction, or to steer me and to counsel me and to give me some instructions or some ideas what to do regarding me going in this direction. I didn't have that. So sometimes people, they have maybe an uncle or a cousin or maybe a brother or maybe a friend that's in the industry, and so they can easily get help and get people to help them to get in the industry and show them the shortcuts, or I should say help them along the way. That way they can take the quicker route rather than learning the slow route. So I was one of those that learned the slow way because I had nobody to help me. So I pursued my dream to go to seek out about being an actor. So that's what happened. I started out as an actor. I was trying for it, and I was about 17 years old, and I was going to the casting calls or the auditions, the orientations, where they were asking people that want to be actors, if you want to be an actor, come down to the meeting, come to the orientation. So now, meanwhile, this is when I was like 17, 18 years old, right? So basically what happened was I was dreaming very, very strong when I was younger at that time. So I went to the gathering. I went there. I was excited about it. And they were telling us what we're going to be doing. And, as we go through the process, we're going to be able to be in television, be in movies, be in commercials. And so I was very excited about it. Like I was about 17 years old. And then I pursued to go back again because they wanted us to come back again. Okay, we need you to come back for next week. We need you to come back. And we're going to need $499. And I was like, okay, all right. And they said, we're going to set you up. We need the $499 to set you up so we can put you in our website and we can do this and do that and do that. Make a long story short, they were just selling dreams. They were just selling dreams. And what happened was when I went back another time, they were asking for more money. So then that's when I realized, red flag, something's not right. And I got very discouraged. I got very disappointed. And I lost my vision. I lost my dream to move forward to be an actor. And that was before I was 20 years old. So then I just totally put that dream to the side, put it on the back shelf. I was discouraged. I was depressed about it. What had happened, I gave money away and nothing happened. I got burnt. I got burnt along the way. But I said all that to say this, that I am a late bloomer because I got back in the game when I was about in my middle 30s. I got back in the game again. And I said, you know what? I had some inherited money. Thank God for my mother and father. I had some inherited money in the bank and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to blow all this money. Let me put some of this money into me. Let me invest in me. So then I went to acting school because I felt that stirring up to go back and do it again. And I realized I can use coaching, I can use teaching, I can use training. And that's what I did. I invested in myself, went to acting school, breaking into Hollywood acting studios in 2010. And then I graduated in 2011. And then from there, I got showcased and I was able to go to, I was able to apply what I learned in acting school. I was able to apply it on set, being on set for Law and Order, Blue Bloods, The Following. I had that great opportunity to be on set and play as a police officer, a law officer, correction officer, detective, Red Cross worker. And I was doing background work, but it was exciting because I had the chance to operate and to exercise my skills, what I had learned in acting school. And so from there, I felt more hungry. I was like, you know what? I don't want to just be an actor. Let me do modeling. I'm a good-looking guy. At least I thought I was. And I said, let me go for modeling. And there you go again. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I just prayed again. And I was like, let me go in this direction. And I ended up going to a fashion show in New Jersey. I never forget this. I said, let me go. If I want to be a model, let me go to a fashion show and be around the models. So that's what happened. I just went out my way to go to a fashion show, go to a model. To go to see the models in action. And when I went there, I was enjoying the show and I was like, eating it all up. I was like, and just enjoying it. seeing the fashion, seeing the males and females. And then afterwards, I was hanging out, and there was a lady that I didn't know that she was going to be the one that was going to be the helper and the answer to my prayer. She was there taking pictures, and she was just taking pictures and talking to different models. So I just felt within myself, I just felt a pulling to her. And I just went up to her, I said, excuse me, my name is Tony Taylor. I really want to be a model. I was sharing with her my desire, how I want to get into modeling. I was like, what can I do? Or can we work together or something? And come to find out, she was a coach. So things worked out that I was able to make an appointment with her, and she said, I'll help you. And we met in New Jersey. I think it was Orange, New Jersey, or East Orange, New Jersey, or Newark. So we met in New Jersey. I went there, and then she began to school me and to coach me and to counsel me how to be a model, how to face the camera, what to do and what not to do, and how to be myself and be creative. And from there, I just was so excited, and things just began to go and bloom, from being on TV and going into modeling. And then I got also my first movie shoot where I did my first speaking role. Love Like This is on YouTube right now. It's a movie called Love Like This. I got my first breakthrough playing detective. Don't I look like a detective?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I got my first role playing Detective Jensen on the movie titled Love Like This by Neva Braun, Nevon Brown, I should say. Nevon Brown. He's located in it's near Philadelphia. Actually, it's Camden, New Jersey. So I went all the way out of New York. Now I thought my big break was going to happen in New York City, but it didn't happen that way. My big break, I had to go out of New York City to go to the audition for this movie, and that's how hungry I was. People, I'll put it this way: when you want to go for your dreams and you want to do different things, how bad do you want it? How far are you going to go out to make it happen? I was like, it's not, because I tried in New York City. I was sending my resumes, my headshots, my bios. I was mailing them out, and I was not getting no response. I said, this is crazy, because I just knew, because I graduated from breaking into Hollywood Actor Studios in Manhattan, New York City, and I lived in New York City. I was like, this is my home. I'm going to blow up in New York City. And I heard that they were doing video, they were doing filming and television shoots in New York City, but it didn't happen that way. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just have to go outside of New York City and go. And I did. I went out there, and it worked out so beautiful. I got to the audition. Now, this was my very first audition to do a speaking role. Walked in the room. Now, in acting school, they told us, when you go to the room, own it. Be yourself and own the moment. So when my time came up, there was other people doing their other auditions for their roles. So when my time came up, I first got there, I had to sign in, and they gave me the script so I can look over the lines and be ready. They said, okay, Tony, come on up. So then I got up there, and I was a little nervous. But overall, I had butterflies in my stomach. And overall, I pulled it off, not knowing that they loved it until afterwards. They said, oh man, Tony, you rocked it. You got the part, man. You played it. We want you. And I was so excited. So from that point, so I was already doing acting, already starting the modeling, and then eventually other opportunities came up where I was able to be involved with New York Fashion Week. And then some other opportunities came up where I had the opportunity, just based on a fun idea, a good friend of mine from Canada, because I'm also a red carpet host. So, and I also do publicity work, TV anchorman work. I will also do that. I was working with a company, with a nonprofit organization. So, but the way that happened, that started just with a fun idea. His aunt is a princess. So he said, Tony, let's create just for fun, let's create a news anchor team just to surprise her and see what happens. So he gave me a script. I was on my way in California. I said, you know what? Send me the script while I was in California, because I had a movie shoot in California. So when I had some time off, I took time off and looked at the script while I was in California, studied the lines, put my phone up, did a selfie audition on the lines, sent it back to him. I had to do a couple of takes because the first take was so good, but then the daylight I was losing the daylight, so it was perfect, but the lighting was off. So you know about that. The light is not right, you can't use it. So I had to do it all over again because she loved it, but the lighting was off. So I did it again, she accepted, and then from there I became her TV publicity anchorman. And I was doing publicity work, doing videos about her as she traveled around the world and doing different things, helping humanity. You know, I sent many videos to her. She loved it. So the news anchor team started from there. And I did that for about 2 years. And then she said, well, Tony, I love what you're doing. I want to promote you. I want to bring you on the red carpet. I want you to meet dignitaries and philanthropists and the royal families. And I want to put you on the red carpet so people can really see you and know you. So she promoted me, and I did my first big red carpet event at the United Nations headquarters in New York City. And she loved it. The people loved it. I loved it as well. I was meeting people from various places around the world, vice presidents, dignitaries, royal families, meeting them, interviewing them at the United Nations. And then I did that for another year or so. And then from there, I just been growing and blooming and doing so many things. And then I started traveling outside of the United States as other opportunities opened to me in India and in France, in London, in Bangkok, Thailand. Where else? Yeah, there's other countries too. So I was able to branch out from being nationally known to be internationally known. Now, when I was doing the red carpet hosting, that really opened me up to the big level where I became so well known that you can Google. I didn't know this, but because I was so busy and my name and my face was getting out there, doing all the things that I did not know until people were telling me, Tony, I Googled you. I was like, what? So I became Google-matic. People can type my name in Google and you'll see me. Yeah. Awesome. So it's been an exciting journey. So that's basically where I came from growing up, as a young man, having dreams and passions. So I don't want to keep dwelling on that because I know you may have some other questions, we're leading up to where we are now. Oh,
yes.
Man.
Let's go to a commercial real quick and then we'll be right back.
All right.
Close attention because this video is going to revolutionize your business. My name is Adam Chandler. Not too long ago, I decided that I was sick and tired of having to use expensive tools made by greedy tech companies. Not only were they costing me hundreds of dollars per month, but integrating all of them with one another was a technical nightmare. You'll get immediate access to the funnel builder tool, an email autoresponder and text message follow-up system, an appointment setting tool, Facebook and Instagram integration, a contact management system, an app for connecting with leads on the go, and a sales pipeline for moving your prospects through your sales process. You will love the digital co-pilots. And the best part, you can test drive the system for 14 days for just $10. It's a web-based system, so no installation is required. Plus there's a 100% money-back guarantee.
Hi there, this is Zandra Evans, founder and CEO of Zandra TV Network in Dallas, Texas. Now you know that I'm a small business advocate and I talk about leveling the playing field all the time for small business entrepreneurs. Why? Because we always seem to get left behind. Well, guess what? I've got something new for you and it's called Biztisement. It's an informational video directory where you can put your video about you, your business, and your passion. Nobody can say it better than you. I want you to click the link in this message, find out more about Biztisement, and get on board. Where else can you get started for $99? So until I see you, continue to be the absolute best you. Peace.
All right, Tony, we're back.
Yeah. So, woo!
Yeah, that was
It's
great.
exciting.
Yeah, that was great to hear about all about where you came from and what you're doing, and you're doing a lot of things. That's great. And how did you come across Easy Way Network?
Oh yeah. Now with Eric, this goes back like about before the pandemic happened, about 5 years ago. Because I was invited to, I was invited to come out to California for a fashion show with a fashion designer, Paulette Mouquet. She's from Paris, and so we have been doing some collaborating and meeting talking on Facebook for some time. And so she liked the work that I did, and she invited me to be one of her ambassadors. And she invited me to come to Paris to be in her fashion show. But what happened was she had got an invitation to come to California for a new Fashion on the Sea with event organizer, CEO Eugene Sidney. So she said, Tony, I'm coming to America. I was like, really? I was like, where are you gonna be? She was like, I was invited to be in California. I was like, whoa, you coming to California? Now, meanwhile, me and her had been talking on Facebook. We had never met in person. And I had been working with her doing things online, helping to brand her and to promote her. And so I was excited. I was like, wow, this is great. I'm going to be able to meet you. So that way, when I get ready to come to Paris, I will feel so much more comfortable because I met you already prior. So she came to America, and I went out to California, and I participated in Fashion on the Sea. That was a wonderful, wonderful fashion show. I was one of the models there, modeling on the yacht. And so what happened was, through that experience, I met a woman, Your Majesty, Dr. Elham Madani. I met her, and I started working with her along with my fashion designer from Paris. And I started working with her, and that's how I met Eric. I met Eric through Your Majesty Elham Madani. She's not in California anymore right now. She moved to Canada. I think she's in Vancouver. So I started working with Your Majesty Dr. Elham Madani. I started working with her. She loved what I did working with her. And she awarded me, surprisingly, she awarded me in Hollywood. So when I got Hollywood awarded twice, 2 years in a row, that's where I met Eric Zuli. He was at the event doing Easy Way interviews. So when I first saw him, you know how you're looking around the crowd and you're looking around and you see different people. So when I first saw him, I zoomed into him. I was like, okay, what's this guy about? You know, because he came there with his cap on, looking very relaxed. And I realized he had a camera and he was like doing his thing. And so the first time I didn't really reach out to him. I just noticed that he was there. But then when I got my award the second time, back to back in Hollywood, that's when I was able to, when I went out and I felt, let me talk to this guy.
Okay.
So I reached out to him. I said, yeah, man, I like what you're doing. And, let me refresh myself. So after I saw him and I learned about him the first time, I didn't reach out to him personally there, inquiring about us working together. If anything, we might have said hi together, and that was basically it. But when I came back to New York City and I realized the different things that he was doing about Easy Way, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should work with this guy. So what I did was I reached out to him on social media, and that's when we started getting intimate in terms of talking in detail, and I began to learn more about him. And so he invited me to work with him after I asked him about it. But then when he started telling me about Easy Way and this and that, I was like, well, okay, well, maybe down the road, I'll let you know when I'm ready. I wish I had got on board back then. Now, that was before the pandemic. So after the pandemic, I met him, or just before the pandemic, I met him again in Hollywood on the red carpet. So when I met him in Hollywood on the red carpet, that's when we actually started talking and stuff, and face to face. And then he interviewed me on the red carpet. So from there, I was like, yeah, man, maybe we could do something together. You know, maybe we could do something together, like while I'm in New York City or whatever. So that's how we made the connections, and we started talking from there. He invited me. He gave me a phone call, and the first time we called, I like I said, I didn't jump on board when we were talking. I was like, well, maybe down the road, I'll think about it. So then he reached out to me again, not long ago, like about 3 months ago, and I finally said, yes, I'm going to come on board. So I finally got serious about it. And he was like, man, you let me down because I reached out to you before and you didn't come on board. Yeah, so
All right.
once I got on board with him this time, like about 3 months ago, he began to tell me, he said, listen, you push Easy Way. I love what you do. You travel the world. I love how you do videos, how you do promoting. And I invite you to come work with me. I promise you, you work with me, you push Easy Way, I'm going to push you. He
Awesome.
said, or you just continue to do what you're doing and promote Easy Way. You know, as you travel the world, talk about Easy Way. And not only did I do what he wanted me to do when I finally took it serious about 4 months ago, I went beyond what he expected of me. I started sending people his way because I'm a master connector as well. I started sending people his way, connecting him with, you know, some other people. And he was like, wow, man, Tony, I love this. I love what you're doing. Keep it going. And then he said, man, I got to award you. I got to put you in my magazine. I want to bring you into my inner circle. I mean, just like one thing after another just kept happening. Oh, Tony, I want to nominate you Affiliate of the Year. So here we go.
That's great, Tony. That's a great story. So you're having fun doing it the easy way. Well, it's come to that time in the show now where I get to thank the sponsors. And of course, easywaynetwork.com is how you can get started with Easy Way. Also, you can see the other sponsors down the bottom, including Zondra TV, Hulu, Roku, etc. And you can see them all there on the bottom. So it's been wonderful today, Tony. You know, I wanted to keep it around 30 minutes. So you've told us all about where you came from. You've told us how you met Eric. That's fantastic. We can also do another interview at some stage. Is there any final words that you'd like to add before we leave?
Yeah, I want to say that there's other things that I do, and one other thing, which is a major accomplishment, I want everyone to know that don't know, I'm also an author. Now, I never imagined in my life that I would ever write a book. Check it out on Amazon. It's titled Thriving, Surviving, and Succeeding. It's going to bless you immensely. I had COVID twice. So as I shared, as I traveled around the world, I had got to a point where I had to be quarantined. I couldn't travel around the world and go to work anymore at the post office. I had to be still, be quarantined. And through that process, I had to fight for my health, fight for my life. So the title fits very perfectly. Thriving, Surviving, and Succeeding. And I want to add that now I am soaring because I overcame the COVID. And the book is not just talking about my struggle and what I went through emotionally, physically, spiritually, but it's also talking about my background, my history, my accomplishments, and even up to now as I won with Easy Way and other great pictures and stories and great revelations and scriptural, spiritual, deep insights that I got, because when I was fighting for my life, I was doing a lot of praying, reading the Bible, and so you will be blessed. Go to Amazon and type in Thriving, Surviving, and Succeeding, and you will be blessed to see the great views and to get the book especially. So follow me on my social medias. Follow me on Easy Way, Hall of Fame. Follow me on Instagram, Tony.Taylor37. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Stage 32. And also, you can find out more about me through Matt and Eric Zuley. Woo! Thank you so much.
And yes, Wall of Famous. Go to our Wall of Fame on the easywaywall.com. Look up Tony Taylor, Matt J. Doyle, and Eric Zuley to find out more about us. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Eric,
I just want to go to the Easy Way back in the day, and then I'll play a couple of things, and then I'll see you when we're on the other side.
Oh.
Johnny, you're off.
Get on the Easy Way train. Create your own free Easy Way wall profile. Connect with the best
That
on
was
network
cool.
way to
Did you
success.
see me?
Get your own
I was in that
online
clip. Did you
consistently
see me?
Promoted on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Google Play, Apple Store. Watch
Hey.
free TVs on TV, Voice America, iHeart, Blog Talk Radio, Spotify, Worldwide TV, Android TV,
I can't hear you,
Samsung,
man.
LG, and numerous other Roku channels. Enhance your Google rankings. Give your brand awareness that turbo boost you need.
Oh, I
to close
don't
more
hear
deals
you.
The Easy Way. Contact us today. Call 424-209-9290 or text Easy Way to 55678.